Wake up.
Hello everyone and good afternoon. Mike from Nibiru News and someonesbones.com. First, a reminder, we will be doing a live broadcast tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So set your watches and please join us then for a fantastic conversation. In the meantime, I have a short article I would like to read. It'll just take 3 or 4 minutes. As people know, I like to keep things short. I don't like to waste words or people's times. I don't write audaciously, but never use 1,000 words to say in what you can say in 500 words effectively. A great rule for people out there aspiring to write. On with the article. FEMA orders 16,000 guillotine blades from Mexico, and I will read. While President Trump inspected prototype border walls near San Diego, FEMA agents traveled to Juarez, where they discreetly ordered thousands of guillotine blades from a Mexican metal manufacturer 2 miles south of the border, says an active FEMA agent speaking under condition of anonymity. The purchase order, he said, omitted the word guillotine, but specifically requested 16,000 shearing blades, each one 30 inches by 1/4 inch by 15 inches, with a razor-sharp edge ground at a 17-degree angle, constructed of solid plate monosteel. The exact composition and dimensions of guillotine blades currently stored at FEMA camps nationwide. Our source said the shop owner, Jose Lopez of, I'm redacting the name of the company for now, I'll explain why afterwards, accepted the deal only after the lead FEMA agent paid up front and promised not to retaliate if the blades dulled from overuse. The request stipulated the blades be manufactured ASAP. Unmarked 18-wheelers would pick up finished product at regular intervals until the entire order was fulfilled. FEMA sought foreign assistance, our source said, because using American manufacturers would generate an identifiable paper trail linking the agency to the purchase. Mexican business ethics are less stringent and do not require extensive paperwork. A money exchange and a handshake seals the deal. I quote our source. The agency is very careful in procuring equipment to be used against civilians. They want to avoid both public and congressional scrutiny. The guillotines were purchased in China, the blades in Mexico, and other locations. We spread things out. Makes it harder to trace exactly what is being purchased, just in case. Asked how FEMA crosses the border, he said the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Agency receives instructions to overlook FEMA vehicles that exit or enter the United States. Problems happen, he added, when FEMA convoys encounter Mexican federal police or drug cartels. Issues are usually resolved with a bribe or bullets. The current order of guillotine blades, he said, is slated for potential hotspots, primarily zones 6, 7, and 8, areas FEMA expects the most resistance when martial law is declared. Once affixed to the guillotine chassis, the razor-sharp blades will decapitate unruly, law-abiding citizens who have been herded like cattle into FEMA internment camps. Guillotines are more effective than bullets at enforcing cooperation. I quote him again. FEMA has conducted beta tests on this matter. A crowd of people is more frightened than seeing a person's head cut off than seeing him placed before a firing squad. How do they know this? Well, all I'll say is during Hurricane Harvey, many people, mostly homeless, disappeared. Where do you think they went? He asked. Asked if President Trump sanctioned guillotine purchases or the aforementioned actions, he said Trump is probably oblivious to what is really happening to the nation. FEMA is autonomous and answers to neither the president nor any executive body. It is immune to congressional review or oversight committees. When probed for information on the martial law timetable, our source said he had no idea when FEMA would manipulate the president to sign the order. but added that FEMA has been preparing since the early 1990s and is ready to swoop into action at a moment's notice. And that concludes the short article I wanted to read today. The reason I'm redacting the name of the company is that I personally attempted to reach out to the company in question. I received a response from a very nervous individual, and I decided that it would be a bad idea to put his name in the article because I know there would be other people, particularly trolls, that would attempt to contact and harass this individual's organization. So, for that reason, I redacted. I also recognize a contradiction in the story. One of the early quotes by our source states that they are going overseas to prevent congressional scrutiny, and later on in the story, he says they are immune to congressional scrutiny. So I identified and recognized this after I completed the article, and I just wanted to point out that I do recognize that discrepancy. Alright, I hope to see you guys at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mike out for now. Have a great afternoon. And if I can finish this up. Alright, bye-bye.